thing we have up here is what we call our headstock, okay? This is where we have our motor below. It comes up here. It transmits all its power through a series of belts, okay? You'll see a few gears in here, and I'll get to that in a minute. This first three lathes, 4 lathes actually, are what they call a belt-driven lathe. Every other lathe in this shop is geared head, okay? Which means these first 4 lathes, all the power is transmitted basically from the motor through a belt up to the headstock to drive our front spindle, okay? Now, you see there's a number of gears in here that allow us to do certain things, and it's called going into back gear. It's very similar to having a granny low on your car. You put it in granny low, it gets very slow, very powerful. You will be doing that for various operations. You don't need to understand how it works right now, but you will be activating and using it, which requires you to open up the thing here and make various changes, and in here you will see there are more gears. You will have to open this up, and there's a lever here that you will have to change positions. You will be doing this on these 4 lathes. On the geared lathes, we'll be showing you how to change gears in that to obtain the correct speed for your operation. Those speeds will change according to your operation and to your material. Okay, our headstock. Down below here we have our gearbox for changing our gear ratios for driving our lead screw and our feed rod. Now, in this particular machine, I have a lead screw and a feed rod. On the south end, I only have a lead screw. There's no feed rod. Okay? So.
Yeah. Those are
okay. This is the lead screw, feed rod. And down below here is an activation rod. It allows you to turn the machine on from either up here at the or here at the carriage. Okay, not all these machines will have those levers on them. Okay, on our headstock we have our fork holding device. In this case it's a 3-jaw chuck, just like you would hold a drill in, only it's a little bit bigger and a little bit more rugged and a lot more powerful. Okay, so we'll go through that in a minute. Okay, everything on this machine is mounted on the ways, which is the bed here, and on top of the bed is the ways in which the headstock is mounted, our carriage is mounted, and our tailstock is mounted. Okay. In a lathe, it works by the process of rotating your material and presenting a tool from it to that rotating material in order to take a chip or a cut off your material. How we take a chip and how you present your tool to your work, we'll talk about in just a minute. But right now, we'll talk about the components of our lathe. On our headstock, we have a carriage. The carriage will go forward and backwards towards the headstock and away from the headstock with this handle. Okay? It's one off lower left. It allows the carriage to go traverse on the ways back and forth. Right here, up front here, is our dial for our cross slide. As I crank it in a counterclockwise, it will come away from the hitch, and if I crank it clockwise, it goes in a direction towards the center of the axis of the lathe. On top of our cross slide is mounted our compound. The compound is capable of swiveling 360 degrees. It is kept at a 61-degree angle, or 29 degrees off of parallel to the cross slide.